Hari Om to all the lovely Balakrishnas and Vivekanandas. I bow down to the divine Atma Jyoti, the light of the self in you. Let us continue our Mahabharata adventures. What we have seen so far is that the Kurukshetra war, the greatest war of all times, is about to begin between the Kauravas and the Pandavas. The two Sainyas have been gathered now. On the Kaurava side, there is 11 Akshohini Sainya. On the Pandava side is the 7 Akshohini Sainya. Together, 18 Akshohini Sainya. Just like there are 18 major chapters in Mahabharata called Parvas. And there are 18 Adhyayas in Bhagavad Gita. So, today's story is about Bhagavad Gita only. So, the war is about to begin. All the warriors are ready. They're about to fight the war. Before the war, they have also formulated what is the way they will conduct the war, the rules of the war, which is what we saw in our previous episode. Now, Arjuna feels that he has to see all the warriors on both the sides. So he requests Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna was the charioteer for Arjuna. He requests Sri Krishna, please take me to the field in between the two Sainyas and from a place where I can see both sides. Sri Krishna follows his suggestion. And Arjuna now looks at both the sides. On his side, he's finding his brothers, many children, many friends, many cousins, many relatives, their Sainyas, so many childhood friends, so many friends from grown-up years, and so many other Sainikas that he knows, so many people that he knows. When he turns towards the Kauravas, there also he finds many that he is known right from childhood. He has played in the lap of Bhishma, his great-grandfather. He is very fond of Bhishma. Bhishma is also very fond of him. And at the time of the Kurukshetra war, Bhishma was already a very elderly, old person. So looking at Bhishma, lot of memories flood the mind of Arjuna about how he played in the laps of Bhishma, how Bhishma used to feed him, how they used to run around. All those memories flood his mind. He finds Dronacharya. Dronacharya is the guru of Arjuna. He is the one who taught Arjuna how to use bow and arrow and many other astras and shastras. He's a very favorite student of Dronacharya. Arjuna also remembers Dronacharya as a very fond teacher. He loves Dronacharya. So all the ways in which Dronacharya taught him, right from the beginning, how he worked so much with him, all these thoughts come to Arjuna's mind. Slowly Arjuna is feeling, oh my God, my friends, my relatives, my teachers, all the people I've played with, I have lived my life with. Now there is going to be a war. War, as you all know, is a place where nobody can determine who is going to emerge victorious. Nobody can determine who is going to live. Because war is about, there is going to be a clash. And whoever can be killed and whoever can be victorious. So suddenly all these thoughts come into the mind of mighty warrior Arjuna. And he starts thinking, why am I waging this war? What is the purpose of this war? He thinks, all I am looking for is some piece of land. The piece of land is what Duryodhana is not willing to give me. And I am waging a war for the piece of land and to avenge all the insult that the Duryodhana and his brothers did to me and my brothers and our lovely wife. So the war is about the revenge and for the land. Is this what I want in life? What will happen with the war? They may get killed, I may get killed. If they get killed, I might be the king, but I would have lost so many people. I would have lost so many dear friends from my side and their side. So many wives would become widows. So many children would lose their fathers. What a terrible thing war is. It's not a nice thing at all. Suddenly, tears started coming to Arjuna's eyes. His heart started feeling very weak. He started feeling as if he has lost everything and there is nothing for him to gain. His mind became so clouded. He said, no, this is not what I want to do. On one hand, his mind is saying, Arjuna, stand up. This is a war. This is your duty. But on the other side, his mind is now totally creating, what if you die? What if your grandfather dies? What if your brothers die? Like that, so many scenarios are clouding the mind of Arjuna. Arjuna now becomes totally grief-struck. He lets go of his bow. His bow was called Gandiva, the greatest. He lets go of his bow and leaves all his war weapons and sits down in a very depressed and a very sad way and tells Arjuna to Krishna, Krishna, I don't know what to do. I am totally confused now. I cannot wage this war. This is the beginning point for Bhagavad Gita. Please imagine a situation where there is about to be war, about to be a lot of death and destruction. This is where confusion, not knowing what to do, enters the mind of the mighty warrior Arjuna. That is the stage for the greatest wisdom ever given to humans, Bhagavad Gita. That is when Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, Arjuna, stop this nonsense. Don't act like a coward. You are not designed for this. Giving up. You have to uphold your duty as a Kshatriya warrior. So saying that, Sri Krishna Bhagavan starts teaching step by step the secrets about the truth of the existence, which is what is called as Brahma Vidya. The very reason for Arjuna's confusion is wrong understanding of the reality of life. It is like when somebody, let's say, is sitting in front of a temple and begging, please give me food, please give me money, please give me food, please give me money. And some king's caravan is passing. And the minister looks at this beggar and finds a tattoo on his right shoulder and recognizes that this is none other than the lost prince of this great kingdom. So he goes to this beggar and says, oh, my dear prince, at last we found you. And he brings him back to the palace and he shows him all the photos and helps this beggar remember how he was lost many, many years back. Everyone becomes very happy. And now this beggar is made the prince of that country. Now, would he be begging anymore? No, not at all. Because now he has recognized his true state as a king. So that was the case with Arjuna. He had wrong idea about who he was. He has wrong understanding about how he should conduct himself in life. And that wrong idea, confusion in the mind of Arjuna was removed step by step through the teachings of Sri Krishna in 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And the main focus of Bhagavad Gita is Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya is about who are you truly? Who am I truly? And what is my connection to this world? What is my connection to Ishvara? Realizing the truth is the most important truth. Then you will have complete clarity about who you are. Then, when you realize you are like a king, how will you live your life? You will live your life in the service of the people of your kingdom, isn't it? You will no more be a beggar saying, give me that, give me this. You will be now like a king. What do you want? I am here to help you. So that is the dharma. So Arjuna was taught, hey Arjuna, who you are, truly recognize that. That was taught, Brahma Vidya. And how to be in life, dharma. So this is the subject of the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, which is what we have been studying. So when Bhagavad Gita was taught to Arjuna, he had many questions. And all his questions were very, very methodically were answered by Sri Krishna. As the doubts in his mind resolved, Sri Krishna's true nature was revealed to Arjuna. Arjuna saw how Sri Krishna is an embodiment of the whole of the existence. He was given the deep insight about Sri Krishna's true nature. The Vishwarupa Darshana of Sri Krishna was given. And Arjuna recognized that Sri Krishna is none other than his own true self. He and Sri Krishna are truly not separate. They've always been one. So this deep clarity and this deep experience helped Arjuna suddenly to stand up. He let go all his fears and anxiety and worry and tension and confusion. All of it dissolved automatically by the divine presence and the teachings of Sri Krishna. And he stood up saying, Sri Krishna, now I'm ready to take up the bow and fulfill my dharma as a Kshatriya warrior. So this, my dear lovely children, is a very brief story of Bhagavad Gita. This is only story of Bhagavad Gita, but each one of us should study Bhagavad Gita and realize the teachings of Sri Krishna and adopt the teachings of Sri Krishna in our life. Then, like how Arjuna found the necessary confidence and the courage to live through that Kurukshetra war, we all will find the necessary energy, confidence, courage, whatever the right quality that we need to live our life and to fulfill the goals of our life. So with this much, today I will stop the Mahabharata story. We will continue in our next episode how the Kurukshetra war continued. Till then, Hari Om.